Stop scrolling for a second because if you're a photographer, a filmmaker, or a content creator, the news I am about to drop is going to change your entire upgrade plan for 2025. We have been waiting. We have been guessing. But now, the floodgates have opened. The leaks are real, the specs are out, and the release date is closer than anyone expected. We're talking about the Sony A7V, also known as the A7V. And let me tell you, this isn't just a small update. This isn't just a new coat of paint on the old A7 IV. This is a monster. Sony has taken the DNA of their flagship $6,000 cameras and injected it straight into the body of a mid-range beast. In this video, we're going to break down the groundbreaking stacked sensor technology, the insane AI autofocus that predicts the future, the video features that will make you want to sell your cinema camera, and exactly when you can get your hands on it. Let's start with the heart of the machine, the sensor. The rumors are pointing to a brand new 33-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. Now, I know what you're thinking. 33 megapixels? That is the same as the A7 IV. And on paper, you are right. But in the real world, this is a completely different animal. The magic word here is stacked. In the past, stacked sensors were reserved for the ultra-expensive Sony A1 and A9 series. They are expensive to make, but they are fast. Blistering fast. By bringing stacked architecture to the A7V, Sony is solving the biggest problem with high-resolution mirrorless cameras: rolling shutter. You know that jelly effect when you pan the camera quickly in 4K? Or when you take a photo of a golf swing and the club looks bent? That is caused by slow sensor readout. The stacked sensor in the A7V reads data so fast that rolling shutter is virtually eliminated. This means your handheld footage looks professional, your action shots are distortion-free, and the camera feels snappier in every single way. It is a pro-level feature trickling down to us mere mortals. Why do they stick with 33 megapixels instead of going for 40 or 50? It is a strategic move. 33 megapixels is the sweet spot. It gives you enough detail for massive prints and heavy cropping, but it doesn't choke your computer with massive file sizes. It keeps your workflow fast. Plus, by not pushing the resolution too high, Sony ensures the low-light performance remains incredible. Bigger pixels mean less noise. And let's be honest, if they gave this camera 50 megapixels and 30 frames per second shooting, nobody would buy the A1 anymore. Sony is smart. They are giving us speed and quality without killing their flagship lineup. Now, let's talk about the brain. The autofocus. Sony has always been the king of autofocus, but the A7V is taking it to a scary new level. We are expecting a dedicated AI processing unit, similar to what we saw in the A7RV and the A9 III. This isn't just about finding a face anymore. This is about human pose estimation. The camera understands the structure of the human body. If your subject turns around, or if they're wearing a helmet, or if they're partially blocked by a tree, the camera knows where I should be and keeps the focus locked on that spot. But it's not just humans. The new algorithms can track cars, trains, airplanes, insects, and animals with frightening precision. Imagine shooting a wedding in a dark reception hall. People are dancing, lights are flashing, it is chaotic. The A7 versus autofocus will stick to the bride like glue, no matter what happens in the frame. This reliability is what separates a good camera from a great one. It means you miss fewer shots. It means you go home with more keepers. For the video shooters out there, get ready to drool. The A7V is shaping up to be a hybrid powerhouse. The stacked sensor unlocks higher frame rates and better specs. We're looking at 4K 60p with no crop. Finally, no more switching lenses just because you want to shoot slow motion. We might even see 4K 120p, although that might come with a slight crop or bitrate limitation to protect the A7S III. But the real story is the readout speed. Because the sensor is faster, the jello effect is gone. You can whip the camera around in a vlog or an action sequence, and the vertical lines will stay straight. Add to that refined color science. Sony has been working hard on their S-Cinetone profile, giving you beautiful, creamy skin tone straight out of the camera without needing to color grade for hours. And D heat management? The new body design is rumored to have better passive cooling vents, meaning you can record long interviews or podcasts in 4K without the dreaded overheating warning icon popping up after 20 minutes. Speaking of the body, don't expect a reinvented wheel. Sony knows the A7 IV ergonomics were good. The A7V will likely look very similar, but with key refinements. A better grip that feels deeper and more secure in the hand. Buttons that have a bit more tactile feedback so you can find them without looking. And the screen. The rumors say we are finally getting a brighter, higher resolution LCD. If you have ever tried to shoot outdoors on a sunny day with a Sony camera, you know the struggle. A brighter screen solves that. The electronic viewfinder might not be the 9 million dot beauty from the A7V, but it will be sharp, fast, and responsive enough for 99% of shooters. One of the biggest upgrades that flies under the radar is the IBIS, in-body image stabilization. Sony has been lagging behind Canon and Panasonic in this department for a while. The A7V is rumored to feature an 8-stop compensation system. This is huge. It means you can handhold the camera with a slow shutter speed, maybe half a second, and still get sharp photo. For video, it means active stabilization mode will be smoother than ever, almost looking like you're using a gimbal. For travel vloggers who hate carrying heavy gear, this is a game changer. So, why is this happening now? Why release it in December? The timing is strategic brilliance. The market is weird right now. The Canon R5 Mark II is expensive. The Nikon Z6 III is great, but has its own quirks. The Canon R1 was a bit of a letdown for some. Sony sees an opening. By dropping the A7V right at the end of the year, they capture the holiday hype. They get the tax write-off purchases from professionals upgrading their gear before the fiscal year ends. And let's talk about the secret delay. Insiders are saying this camera was actually ready months ago. Sony held it back. Why? Because the A7 IV was still selling like hotcakes. Why replace a product that is still making money? But also, they wanted to perfect the firmware. They saw the issues other brands had with buggy launches and overheating. Sony spent the extra time polishing the AI algorithms and ensuring the stack sensor didn't kill the battery life. They're releasing a finished, stable product, not a beta test. Who is this camera for? It is for the hybrid creator. If you're a wedding photographer who also needs to deliver a highlight video, this is your camera. If you're a YouTuber who needs top-tier video specs, but also wants to take thumbnail photos with incredible detail, this is your camera. It sits perfectly in the middle. It isn't $6,000 like the A1, but it performs like a mini A1. It isn't a low-resolution, video-only camera like the A7S III. It is the jack of all trades, and finally, the master of quite a few. The price? Expect it to be slightly higher than the A7 IV launch price. Stacked sensors aren't cheap, but even at around $2,600 or $2,700, it represents insane value compared to what you would have had to pay for this tech just 2 years ago. The Sony A7V is shaping up to be the most important camera release of 2025. It redefines what we expect from the mid-range. It proves that you don't need to spend a fortune to get professional speed and AI capabilities. It is the camera that will likely dominate the YouTube and wedding industry for the next 3 years. My best opinion on this product. Honestly, this is the camera I have been waiting for. As a creator who does both video and photo, I have always felt torn. The A7S III has great video, but low megapixels. The A7RV has great megapixels, but bad rolling shutter in video. The A7V is the Goldilocks camera. The stacked sensor is the key. Eliminating rolling shutter in a mid-range body is a revolution. It makes the camera feel pro in a way that specs on a sheet can't describe. If the rumors about the AI autofocus are true, this camera will practically shoot the video for you. It removes the technical friction and lets you focus on creativity. It is going to be a bestseller, guaranteed. If you are as hyped as I am about the A7V and want to stay updated on the official announcement and the first real-world tests, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. Share this video with your camera buddies who are thinking about switching to Canon, so you can stop them, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.